I don't understand why I'm not getting. I don't understand why I'm not getting. Let me see just a second. Yeah, thank you for coming back, everybody. My bad. Let me see something. I'm having difficulties because it's not showing me the icons. You heard? Salute, everybody. Salute, salute. My bad. I was having. I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know what the fuck is going on over here. Yo, what it is, Fast? Yo, what it is, Jep? Boom, let me see. Anyone you can see this person video will be able to watch the person live too. Boom. Okay. Oh my God. That's what I'm doing. What do you think I'm doing? This shit just keeps changing it. SAVS. Hold on, everybody. I'm sorry about this shit, bro. Right now, I should be inviting SAVS. Yo, Graph Champs, episode 6, everybody. Graph Champs, here we go. Yo, SAVS, that's you?
Yeah, bro. Who was that? That was funny.
Yo, bro. All right. First of all, when Son popped up with nothing covering his face, it just fucked my head up, my nigga. Yo, Graph Champs, episode 6, my niggas. We finally on, baby. Like I said, we got the not only all city, that's out the window, all country. All country, my nigga. Yo, that shit is fucking retarded, my nigga. Niggas gonna be all world soon. Yo, so listen, so is both of y'all in the same spot then, right?
Yes, sir.
That's it. We here together.
Yo, salute my brothers. I love everything you do. I'm behind y'all niggas, and it's an honor to motherfucking have y'all on Graph Champs, the 6th episode. Thank you. Thank you for coming. The streets, all right, we're gonna start it over. The streets want to know, Graph Champs fans want to know, and remember, we got fans in Brazil, Philippines, United Kingdom, Colombia, Canada, Spain, Germany, and Italy, bro. Besides the hood, you heard? So niggas want to know. I'm gonna start with you, SAVS. I'm gonna start with you. What got you into Graph?
I don't know if anybody's seen well, I'm sure everybody did, but the movie that we just made, basically, I kind of told that story. I grew up in the Bronx, and I lived in a house that the backyard could see basically the 2 and the 5 yard for the trains. So in the 80s, when they were passing through, I would see like characters like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, shit like that. So when you're 5 years old, that shit obviously gets your attention, you know? So I started to really get into graffiti at that point, learn what it was. And then obviously as I got older, I got, into actually bombing, you know what I mean? But that was the first thing that ever caught my attention.
And how old was you around that time when you was like, I see this shit, it inspired me, I'm about to pick up a can? How old was you?
Well, when I started doing it with a can, I was about 12 years old. But when I actually got interested in graffiti, I was literally like 4 or 5 years old. And it wasn't like, I didn't even know what graffiti was. I just knew that I liked what I saw on the trains. You know what I'm saying? Like, my house, for real, the backyard was the 2 and the 5 yard. So you would see the trains come in and you would see them come out from my backyard as a little kid. So I was always drawn to that shit.
Wow, so you was catching all the hot shit.
Oh, back then, yeah. I mean, I wish I wish my parents had a camera. You know what I mean? Those pictures are worth so much money nowadays. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, bro. Those are gems that will never be fucking replaced, bro. That's fucking crazy. So now, all right. So now you pick up a can. How did you get your tag?
Actually, again, it all goes, it's crazy. My whole beginning of my graffiti story goes on from when I was a kid. So that same house that I'm telling you about is across the street from a church in the Bronx. So when I met these kids and they were talking about doing graffiti or whatever it was, they were like, you got to pick a tag. Long story short, I picked Savior because of like the church shit. Like Jesus, you know, he was Jesus the Savior, right? So then as I actually learned what graffiti was, and you know, you got to have a short tag to get it popping in the street, I cut it to SAV, S-A-V. That shit just sounded whack to me. So then I threw a Z and an S on the end, and I've been SAVS ever since 1993.
1993. That's a beautiful year for graffiti. The whole 90s is a beautiful year, but 93 was a very special year. Who did you see like killing shit like in 1993?
Again, I was a kid, so I grew up on the northeast part of the Bronx. So there was basically all my influences at that time were mostly Bronx writers. You know what I mean? My father was from Coney Island and my mom was from the Bronx. So the only writers I ever would know were Coney Island writers or Bronx writers. But you know, the usual 90s writers, you know, you got Cole, you got J.A. was starting to do his thing around that time. A little older, like a couple more years, you had Trake, MQ, you know, basically the same writers everybody's going to name from the 90s or the mid-90s that I started seeing when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so because the 90s was so juicy, it had so many dope writers, bro. It's crazy, and everybody was doing their thing. Like, it was very hard to get noticed and shit like that. So who did you start bombing with? Like, you was bombing for Dolo? Did you link up with somebody? How, like, you know, when you really was like, you're a full-fledged writer, how did that transform?
When I really hit the streets in like 95, I had met up with this kid who was from the Edenwald Projects, Poem 2. And that was my first original street bombing partner.
Big up to Poem 2.
Poem 2.
Holla.
He's probably tuned in right here. I still keep in touch with him to this day.
Cool ass nigga, B.
Yeah, and we still paint some shit down in Florida every so often. But he was from not the projects, but right across the street from the projects. And we were just from the same neighborhood. And there was a story, like, I think Cope is on here too. He won't remember, but I'll remember. When we were younger, we had rolled up to this wall. There was Cope, Sign 5, Key. Key was from my neighborhood too.
Big up to Key.
Key, what up?
He was also an inspiration to me. 238. Big up to Key.
Nobody's talking to you. But yeah, anyway, we had rolled up on these dudes. They were doing pieces on this wall right around the corner from my house. CB was with us too. My boy CB1, what up?
Shout out to CB.
And long story short, these dudes, they just, I don't know, I just had always liked graph. They were doing burners, and I had met Poem 2 at that wall, is what I was getting at. I had met him at that wall, and we were young, man. We were probably like 15, 16, and he was like, yo, you write SAVS. You know, I kind of wanted to link up with you. Like, I had seen your shit, blah, 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 in the neighborhood. And then me and him went and started bombing in like 96. And we basically, I don't want to talk shit, take anything away from anybody, but we definitely did a lot of work on the 2 line as kids, man. Like 16 years old, like he would steal his father's car and we would drive around and, you know, bomb gates and shit like that. And we did a lot of work on the 2 and the 5 line for sure, which is where we were both from when we were like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Fucking those late night missions and shit. And then the best part is when you make it home and you destroyed something and you feel mad great. And then niggas the next day, yo, I seen you come through the hood. I seen you here. Yo, that's the best fucking feeling, bro. I love it. What type of paint you like to use?
Right now?
I mean, back then, like back then.
Well, back then it was, you know, American accents, Rusto, basically. I even was back in the Krylon era when Krylon was still decent paint. You know, you can't even spray that shit no more, which I'm sure you know.
Yeah, caca.
But yeah, shit is garbage. But basically back then, American accents was pretty much what we rocked with.
Summer squash yellow, midnight blue.
Yeah,
American accents.
But nowadays, me and Neil, we fuck with Cobra, man. I mean, that's pretty much what we use. I like it because I was just in Mexico last week, And me and Neil went through there like 2 years ago. The sun beats down on that shit, and the paint was still fresh. The fillings still look brand new. So I personally fuck with Cobra. You know, Montana's cool, whatever, but I like Cobra, and I think he'll tell you the same thing.
Big up to Cobra and big up to my man E at 004. I do fuck with Evolve as well. So I just want to give a shout out to 004. But yeah, Cobra is probably at the top of the list for us as far as the quality and the duration of the paint, which is basically what we go for. You know what I'm saying?
What up, E?
Yep. That motherfucking, that weather is hard on your shit, boy.
Yeah, you know, so you already know. I mean, we started the old country tour years ago, man, and it's cool because I still got people that tell me that they see fillings from 4, 5, 6 years ago, and for the most part, you know, it was Cobra paint, still lasting, still shining.
So now, all right, it's 96, you're writing, boom. So now the 90s passed. When the 2000s hit, like a fucking graph got dead and shit. Like as soon as 2000 hit, it was like a lot of toys. It wasn't like no real niggas bombing and shit. Was you still around at that time? Was you in the 2000, like early 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4?
2001 is when me and BTC crew was smashing the Bronx. That's when, you know, well, rest in peace, Spec. He died.
R.I.P. Spec.
But we were smashing shit in like 99, 2000, you know, 2001, early 2001. Me, Sin, Spec, G, Waves, like we pretty much, Neo, these dudes were coming up from Yonkers. They started the bomb. So 2000, 2001 was good, you know, for us anyway. But after that, I was out of the game for a long time until started to make my run like 2000. I forget the year, but 2010, 12, something like that, where my boy Hayes brought me back out. We did a couple spots. Then me and Neil linked up, and then we just been going ever since.
So when did you and Neil link up? Like when was the first time y'all linked up, and how did it happen? Like, you know?
Well, we had his best friend. Actually, he's a little young. He's a couple years, not much long, but like two. How old? You're 2 years younger than me?
This nigga's an old man. I'm a young man.
The fuck? How old? You're 2 years younger than me.
Nah, he's 3 years older than me.
All right, so 3 years older than him. So I went to high school with his best friend's brother. Long story short.
So we knew about each other, and I heard the stories, you know, about him. And he heard the stories about me. He already knew the deal. You know what I'm saying?
So basically what it came down to was in about 2013, we just linked up, bro. We were like, yo, let's, you know, it's been too many years. We actually never met. Like, I had beef with some of his friends. He had beef with some of my friends. That shit was all water under the bridge at that time. So basically, we were just like, yo, let's get it popping. And we actually linked in California, which is crazy. We're both from New York. We both do a lot of work in Miami, whatever. But that was when we first rocked, right?
Yeah, Cali.
The first time we ever rocked was in San Diego, which is one of my spots that I love. Well, we rocked San Diego. We went to LA, and here we are. 8 years later?
Yeah.
You know, and we got.
Actually, you know what? The first place I met this nigga was actually Bakersfield. That's you pulled up.
Right.
You pulled up. I was visiting one of my boys from the Heights, Puma, KGK Puma, big shout out. And I just happened to hit this nigga up, and he was in Cali, and he was like, "Yo, I'm a couple hours away, bro. We'll link up." And we hit Bakersfield. My boy out there had some spots. They got like, you know, some day spots and shit you can hit out there. Then we hit some tracks that night, and ever since then, man, you know, we just been at it, man. You know, we're compatible. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
Yeah, but how did that happen? Like y'all some traveling niggas? Like how were you? You just even before you started bombing all the 50 states, y'all niggas was just travelers. What? Like how did that happen? New York,
traveling is a passion to both of us. You know, I you know, obviously, as everybody knows, you know, we both been to all 50 states, multiple cities in the states. I've been to a handful of countries. SAVS been to 70-something countries. So even before the graffiti shit, the traveling is something we love to do. So it kind of mixes with the graffiti, and it works out great because it's like we're traveling everywhere anyway, so we might as well paint, you know.
Facts.
That's it, you know. Like I said, it's with graffiti, the traveling, it's all different passions, you know.
So how you know where to hit? Like when you go to a fucking, let's say you go to another country, how do you find the graffiti? Do you call like writers from over there? Do you know what I'm saying, to link up with? Like what? Like how do you do that?
Well, all right. So this is the difference. Like I've been to a lot of countries, and you know, this is no disrespect to anybody who's listening to this, but I'm sure a lot of people haven't even left the U.S. before. But when you do hit these other countries, you don't gotta look for graffiti, bro. It's like 1995 everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean, I'm talking London, Rome, fucking Paris. Places that you would never imagine because you're told, like, yo, it's so beautiful. And it is beautiful.
Yeah.
But, yo, graph everywhere.
The graffiti's
Dakota, baby.
What's
What are you talking about?
They don't give a fuck. They don't fuck.
Y'all go to different countries and shit. Y'all be running into other writers and shit like that.
In other countries, I mean, personally, like, if you want to, you can. In Europe, there's a graph store in every major city. So if you want to meet writers, you can. I personally would rather not do that unless it's somebody who I've already talked to through the gram. Like if it's one of my followers and they're like, yo, like my boy in Sweden, what up? Cade is what he writes. He's like, yo, come to Sweden. I got spots for you. And I'm like, all right, I'll go meet somebody who I have already a conversation with, but I don't really like to go roll up and just meet somebody at the graph store and start painting with them. That's me first. Neil might have a different, outlook on that. But as far as, other countries, I don't fuck with that.
Well,
go ahead.
Because of the internet and because you can communicate with people through Instagram or whatever, I don't got Facebook and shit like that, but you have these social medias where you could connect with people and you could get a feel for people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just a little bit more open to meeting people than SAVS is. Obviously we're both different people or whatever. As far as other countries, like he said, you don't have to meet up with anybody in other countries because you go outside, there's graffiti everywhere. So if you're a graffiti writer like us, we've been doing this for 25 years plus. Like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. When I go places and I don't know where I am, I just find the graffiti. I got like a graffiti radar, bro. I swear to God, I find that shit every time, bro. And we be open, man. Anybody who paints with me will be the witness to it. That nigga Neil always finds the fucking graffiti, bro. And that's it, man. Once you find graph, you just, I always got a jetpack, so I'm always gonna have spots. Because if there's no spots on the ground, I'm that nigga that will bust out a jetpack in the middle of the street, traffic, downtown. I don't give a fuck. So I'm getting my spot. And the way I feel is like, yo, if I'm traveling somewhere, I'm gonna get my shit. I just went to Germany a couple years ago with my man Menos FUH, fuck your hood. That's my brother, 25 plus years right there. We went to Germany, man, and it was like a couple's trip, so he couldn't really dedicate as much time to it as me. So I'm in Germany, my nigga, for 3 nights, I think, 4 nights. Couple of the nights I painted by myself. I did like 40 fillings in 2-3 days. It's different out there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I just want to.
I've
never been online before, ever. I've never been online.
You never got chased by the police?
What's that?
You never got chased by the police like in another spell?
We got fucked all the time, man. I just got.
We got fucked with in Mexico. They cuffed us, and we just had to pay them off.
They drove us to the ATM, but Mexico's a different, it's a little bit different. But yeah, from time to time it happens, bro. I happen to have just gotten chased a couple months ago. Hurt myself, fucking half paralyzed my hand and shit was all fucked up. Crazy. Shit. R.I.P. to my boy Nast. God bless his soul. One of my boys. Shit, I was like 14 years old, man, and he was 12. So he passed away a few years back. I got a crazy story with him, man. We were drinking up in New Rochelle. There used to be these bars back in the day where they just used to let everybody in, no ID, underage drinking. They didn't give a fuck. And it actually got closed down because the mayor's fucking daughter died of alcohol poisoning. But that's a whole nother story. Yeah, man. So we got smashed, and Nash lived in the Bronx near Van Cortlandt Park. We decided 8 o'clock in the morning to go do back-to-back outlines on the Major Deegan. So we're doing back-to-back outlines. Fucking cars are in traffic. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Motherfuckers is beeping at us, yelling at us and shit. We're so fucking wrecked, we didn't give a fuck. I looked up, and there's like 3 cops looking at us because we're on the highway, so they're off the exit. They're looking down at us. It's fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. We finish the outlines, we run. I try to get onto Van Cortlandt in the Bronx to cross the street, and this is, I think it's the 52nd precinct over there. And they used to have Jeeps, Jeep Wranglers as cop cars. I mean, I'm going back, you know what I'm saying? And one of the cops ran me down, bro, and thank God I know how to get hit by cars. Because I jumped up in the air, that fucking Jeep hit me, and he fucked me up, bro. And Nas, God bless his soul again, man. He could have gotten away, and he seen me get fucked up, and he came back, and we got arrested together. Fucking my leg was broken. Stood in fucking central booking for a day and a half, and then walked our ass to the weed spot after we got out, bro.
That's a bombing night. That sounds like everybody. If you're a real bomber, if you out there all the time, if you active, you gotta expect for it to happen, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yo, but I wanted to answer you. I've never been on live before, ever. I've never done a live or nothing, so I didn't realize you could read comments here. So there was somebody who put exit, or his Instagram is exit somewhere here or something like that. He's probably still on. I want to know what he writes because, he put on here that he'd been to other countries and the only place he saw bombed hard was Paris. So I'm just kind of wondering where he's really been. And I'm not talking shit. I'm just asking because I've been everywhere and all those places have been smoked. So I'm just wondering, maybe he's been to different cities that I've never been to, but the majority of them European cities, bro, Berlin, Frankfurt, Germany, like, has been smashed. So I'm just curious when people chime in, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, what was the hardest state to bomb in the USA?
West Virginia.
Oh yeah.
but that's because how do I put this? I painted West Virginia by myself, and then me and SAVS painted West Virginia as well. But states are big, so we try to spread the shit out. Where I went the first time by myself, it just so happened that city is the only city in the whole state of West Virginia that has graffiti, or that you can do graffiti and it will rock. So when you go to places where there is no graffiti at all and it's not tolerated, it's just scary, bro. So we're going to take West Virginia. And just to answer the question before you ask it, because a lot of people ask it, to me, my favorite city in the United States to paint is Kansas City. It's a fucking huge playground, and it's just a fucking ton of fun to paint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's that, Missouri?
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
That's Kansas? City, I think. Yeah, but that's in Missouri?
Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri is half in Kansas and half in Missouri, actually.
Yeah, so
most people don't know that. So it's actually in 2 different states. Yeah. The city is in the middle of 2 different states, but that's his favorite city to paint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm glad you brought that up because for me, like, people say, what's the hardest state? Well, it just really depends, bro, on where you go in that state. Like, we haven't hit every city in America. We've hit every state. So there's still cities that I've never hit, so it's hard to really say. But as far as overall, yeah, West Virginia was rough, man. South Dakota was rough.
South Dakota was real rough because there was
no graffiti.
Nothing. There was just nothing there. Like, so, like, I mean, you know, you gotta find something to hit, and it's just taking a big risk. Because if there's no graffiti there, it's not like somebody's gonna see you doing it and not call the police.
Right.
So now you like, you know, shout out to my man TD, who's all city in New York, and he's on his tour right now to try to hit all 50. He'd rather stop for every car and not get seen at all. Which, hey, I don't knock that tactic. But me, I take long doing fillings, so I'm gonna fucking rock. Shut up. So I'm gonna take. SAVS is fast for this shit. I like to take my time. Any which way, you know, how do I put it? Like, whatever, man. I lost my train of thought.
He's high.
Yo, SAVS, what's your favorite state to bomb?
What's that, bro? I'm sorry?
What's your favorite state to bomb?
My favorite state to bomb. I mean, probably New York, bro. To be honest with you, keep it. I love bombing New York, like, because New York's where I'm from, and it's the competition. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, when I come home to the Bronx and I see these new kids, I want to show them what's up. You know what I mean? So I'll go out on a week and I'll smoke shit. You know what I mean? Like, niggas know when I come home, and that's a fact. You know what I mean? So I'm not there all the time, but when I am there, they know that I was there. So I love New York, you know what I'm saying? Like, to paint, and I keep it real with all 50 states, but New York is still home for me. So I love it. If we're going secondary outside of New York, I fuck with probably, man, it's hard to say. I would say probably California.
I'm just bored with New York, man. I went all city in 2002. So we're now, you know what I'm saying? We now 2021. I went all city 2002. I went all city fucking 2020. To tell you the honest truth, if you really go around the city and look at shit, I got hundreds of fillings in each borough right now. That gotta count as all city. You know?
He ain't all city.
All right, so then, let me ask y'all both a question. All right, SAVS, I'm gonna ask you first. So, who's your top 10 favorite writers of all time?
Of all time? Oh, man. When you say favorite, like, listen, again, I don't know who's listening to this. Like, I know thousands and thousands of people are gonna see this shit once you put it on your page. So it's no disrespect to people who paint freights or do pieces. You know, like I said earlier, Key is one of my big inspirations as a kid, but I'm a fucking bomber. You know, I'm a straight street bomber. So my answer is going to be bombing. You know what I mean? So obviously, this is something I kind of wanted to say. Like, you know, I know Easy was on last week, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Jaws and Easy definitely are 1 and 2 for me, because they created something that no one else has ever done. And now, 20 years later, 30 years later, every single writer has followed in their footsteps. So I'm not going to get off subject here, or I am for a minute. That's what me and Neil have done. And again, it's not to suck our own dicks, but we went out and we did something that nobody could ever take away from us, and nobody's ever done before. Nobody in the history of graffiti has ever painted all 50 states. Ever.
Talk your shit.
Trying to do it right now, though. There's a couple of people.
There's a race right now.
Hold on.
Yeah, let me just.
There's a couple of people.
In my graffiti mind, as a bomber, as a New York bomber, I love graffiti. You know, I've been doing it for fucking decades. I never ever thought on that high capacity, like, oh shit, I'm gonna try to hit this state and that state, and let alone every fucking state. So that right there is a ridiculous accomplishment to me. Yo, salute to both of y'all niggas. That's fucking retarded.
Appreciate that. And yeah, like he was saying, there's other people who are trying to go get it right now, and we'll go off on that. But I want to answer your question. So I was just saying, Jaws and Easy will always be number 1 and 2 for me. Rest in peace, Jaws. They still have tags in my neighborhood. Still new tags. Jaws had tags in Yonkers, which is where Neo's from. Crazy. But
why yo, baby, D Block.
I would say Jaws, Easy, of course the normals, like, you know, the usual. I hate to answer this question because it's so New York 90s based, but you got
fans want to know.
Yeah. Yo, MQ, what up?
What up, MQ?
MQ's my man.
Holla.
MQ, shout out to the DMS crew.
Shout out to DMS.
But then right behind MQ,
my nigga Dref, you heard?
Shut the fuck up. Yo, you got to throw out JA.
We might fist fight before this shit is over, by the way.
So Jaws, Easy, MQ, JA, Trake. That's top 5 for me right there. Cope. I don't know if Cope's on here, but I thought he was. Cope, original Bronx King. I put a Bronx King in my shit all day, every day.
Holla.
But you gotta give it to Cope too, man.
Always.
That's 6. Then we got fuck, who else we got, bro? Give me 3 more.
I mean, I have different inspirations. You know what?
We got Saint. Yo, Saint TMR. That's another reason why I wrote Savior. I know that's crazy because he's from Queens, but damn, I can't think of no more, bro. No disrespect to nobody.
I came up with some of the obviously the same writers that he mentioned. I was inspired by, and I used to see their shit. You know, I lived in Harlem.
Oh, hold on. JP. Most people don't throw JP on that list, but JP with tags up high. Man. Oh, Wed. Another one. Wed from the Bronx. WED. I think he's on here too. What up? And fuck, man, I think that's 10. I think that's my top 10.
My nigga
that's good. That's good.
Old school dude, Clark ID, man. He used to hit the bridges at 238. I bumped into him there a bunch of times, and he was old school, man, and real cool dude. And he used to come up to Yonkers because he used to have this project up there in Yonkers at the Yonkers schools. They used to call it Off the Wall, and it was a program in Yonkers where you got in trouble if you did graffiti, and they would send you there to do like community service hours and shit. And he was part of that whole shit. So I used to go, and you know, I was a little kid at the time, man. You know, and again, I probably, again, Cope probably doesn't remember this, but he was at a wall one time when I was younger and I was first coming up, and I had a black book. He did a fill-in in my shit, and you know, that was like a big deal to me back then. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the graffiti writers that I'm looking up to, and I want to do what they're doing. You know, they're bombers. So
Per FX, he went all city with Cope in '93, so you gotta throw him on the list. Damn, man, I'm already over 10, but again, it's biased. It's all New York bombers for me, bro. You know, keep the negative energy out of here, bro. Like, I just hate that shit. I'm reading some of the comments, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yo, people want to say that. There's no facts on that. You got to talk on it. You know what I'm saying? People want to say
what?
No. All right, whatever, man. I ain't even gonna get into it, man. I'm not gonna feed into the negative energy.
Nah, just people talking online. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Just online bullshit. I'm gonna leave it alone. Yo, there's online stories that everybody believes because everybody talks about it, everybody repeats it, but there's no facts on it. So I can't deal. Yo, that's a gay drink, by the way. That's a gay drink. This is a real drink. I keep it real.
With a straw.
The whole internet shit and people calling each other names based on, oh, well, he said that, so I'm going to say it too. And I can't deal with that. You know, I said I was going to talk about the negatives and the positives of the internet. And that's definitely a huge negative. That one thing is said, people want to run with it like wildfire, and it becomes a fact with no evidence. Like, come on, man.
Nah, that's a fact. But what y'all think about graffiti now, though? What do y'all think about graffiti now? What's going on now? Who do you see up, like in New York? Because obviously y'all niggas is all country. Like, nobody could compete with that, really. So who do y'all see in New York when y'all come through?
New York is like, it just depends on what city or what borough we're in. I'd rather talk, if you don't mind, I'd rather go on like dudes who are like doing the all country thing. That's kind of what we were getting into. Is that all right, or you want to talk New York? It's up to you.
Nah, that's great, my nigga. Who else? Do you see like other people like from other countries or states trying to do the same thing?
Well, other cities, yeah. Like, shout out to Pear. Obviously, everybody knows who Pear is. He bombs. I see him up in quite a few cities, quite a few countries. He definitely does his thing. Then you got this kid Conquer, he's from Ohio, right?
Conker's from Ohio. Yeah.
This kid Conquer from Ohio. He paints. He kind of fallen off a little bit, but he's done his thing.
He's on the train movement in other countries, like, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But he's definitely a fucking bomber.
But
bro.
he's
sure.
up in a lot of cities that we go to,
Yeah.
or at least he was. The buff comes through just like anywhere else in these other places. But shout out to this kid Meps, MEPZ. I think he's on here too. This nigga's from New Jersey, and not a lot of people know about him. But do you know who Meps is, SR, or not? Have you heard of him? Well, Grand Hustle New York is his Instagram. I'm going to give him a shout out.
Shout out to Meps, nigga. You got 15 left. We know, nigga.
Yeah, he's at 35 states, bro, so he's really crushing right now. He's probably going to be the third person to do it. So give him props. Then, of course, our man TD, who's painting right now. TD's at like 20-something, 23, 25.
Almost halfway, bro. TD's a beast.
He's an animal. He's gonna get it done. Him and Meps are kind of going neck and neck, friendly competition of who's gonna get that. But let's see. It is what it is. Like we said, nobody's ever done it, man.
You got my man Yoga too. That nigga got like 25 states.
There's a couple people. Malvo BTM. I've seen him up in mad cities. Shit, man, I can't think of who else, but those are the dudes.
He's up.
Oh, man. This dude, AIDS from Oakland, AIDZ. Give him props. Adzi. I mean, I seen Adzi in a couple states. I ain't talking no shit, but whatever. I don't know. Maybe like 10. And then that's really it. Yoga. Your boy, what's he right? Kels?
My boy Keli, as a matter of fact, got 49 states. He only he needs
2 more.
He needs a Hawaii and Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, that's right. If you want to go all country, you better hit fucking Puerto Rico. And by the way, that is my second best spot to paint. It's all love in Puerto Rico. I love painting Puerto Rico, bro. Daytime, nighttime, people bring you drinks as you're painting. That's it. Once I start talking that Spanish and they know I'm from there, it's a wrap. It's all love, so you already know that, nigga. We both equal. You already know.
Yeah, we all Puerto Rican on.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all love every time we go to Puerto Rico. Big up to Puerto Rico, man.
But again, for you uneducated motherfuckers, Puerto Rico ain't a state, so that
it is a commonwealth.
It's not a state. Just throwing it out there, ain't talking no shit. I graduated high school, so I know this. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta hit Puerto Rico if you wanna claim that all 50.
I agree. I think Puerto Rico's got to be on there. To get back to the list, and then if you want to talk New York, I mean, it's like New York. You got fucking, I don't know, man. Who would you say in New York right now, in your opinion? I mean, Rick, TD.
Hell yeah. My nigga Rick.
Rick 1, what up?
Rick 1, nigga.
You got Rick, TD. I say they're battling for King of New York, in my opinion.
The SB boys got shit on.
Yeah,
Smash.
CO, Panic, they rock. Yo, this exit somewhere. What do you write, bro?
What's he saying?
Like, he just keeps chiming in, irritating me. Niggas talk mad shit online. I'm about to smoke you if you tell me what you write, bro. But anyway, yo, for real, I'm right here. Like,
by the way, I'm gonna talk to all y'all sneak dissers.
Shut up. This nigga's, he's wrecked, yo. I'm about to throw him off the center.
Leave a fucking name, mother, for real. All jokes aside, man. Listen, I be having to travel to New York. He has to travel all over the place just to fix fuckboy shit that people do. People never want to leave a fucking name. It's always dissing, no names, niggas drawing dicks over us. Like, yo, what kind of graffiti writers is this, bro? This is the type of shit that I'm talking about. That's not the generation that we come from. We used to leave our names, and then we used to handle our business. And for the most part, back then, the shit would turn to fucking violence right away. It's not this fucking internet bullshit. I've had beef with niggas, and they're like, and I get a hold of them, and they're like, you know what, Neil? I don't want to fight you. And I'm like, yo, so where the fuck do you think this is gonna go? Well, you're too big. Like, yo, these new niggas out here, man, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I'm trying to stick on the subjects, but I mean, we're going off because there's a lot of shit that I do want to talk about. But yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, somebody just put, oh, shout out to GNS. Yo, what up, Genius?
Holla, G.
That's my nigga. I hope he's on here. But anyway, there's a lot of dudes who are doing their thing. Fuck, Erupt, Serve. There's a lot of writers, bro. There really is a lot of writers, man. I mean, so.
Cole.
Oh, yeah, Cole KGB.
Cole got the city on smash.
He got shit locked. There's a lot of writers, bro. There's a lot of fucking writers. And niggas are on here talking about, like, again, like, I look like the bad guy because I call it how it is. Niggas talking about J.A. Like, yo, J.A. is a legend. But J.A. ain't got the city on smash right now. Let's just be real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just kind of stupid, some of the shit people say. Goog. Shout out to my nigga Goog.
Goog does his thing.
That's my nigga Goog. He's cool. He's good people. He bombs New York. He bombs other countries, too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and then, yeah, your man Put, fucking Mean Street King.
Put. U.S. crew, Mean Street King of New York City.
Anzo bombs that kid, that young kid, South. I think he's from the Bronx. South L&E. Oh, shout out to BOBEOH. This kid hit me up on Instagram probably like 5-6 years ago for some advice. I gave him some advice. Boom, I come back to the city. This nigga's got shit smashed. So respect up to him. Yeah, man. All these people who just you guys keep listing out are just Manhattan writers. You know, it gets me upset. Like, it really does.
That's the problem. Nobody want to come up to the Bronx and smash. Why is everybody scared of the Bronx? What's the matter with everybody, bro?
New York City has become weak, bro. Everything is now, if you do Manhattan and you do Williamsburg, Brooklyn, you're a fucking king. Like, no, man, come to the Bronx. Bomb Queens. Go to Staten Island. Like, I don't know. I'm going to get a lot of haters off this shit because I was trying to be nice, but now I'm irritated reading these comments. Like, they're talking about writers who yeah, they bomb, but they just bomb Manhattan. Like, I could go do 20 fill-ins on Houston Street, too. Does that mean I'm the king forever? Come on, man.
Nah, you know, shout out to some niggas in the city that are smashing it, like Goog and Hound. I seen them. They come up to the Bronx. I seen this shit here and there on the 2 lines and the 4 lines.
I never seen some of that shit in the Bronx.
I seen it, bro.
Goog's my man, but the rest of them, whatever.
I'm telling you.
So now, you know, since it's the media and the phone and all of that shit, now niggas like take a few fill-ins here and there, take pictures and keep reposting them with different effects and shit, and now they claim they're all city and everything. What do you feel about like shit like that?
What, just like gay internet shit?
Yeah, just like the internet, the way it fucked up a lot of the graph scene.
It's fucking gay, bro. I mean, if it's we can't say gay anymore. It's 2021. It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. Nah, yo, it's gay, bro. Like,
bro, we show up to niggas' cities and try to smack niggas up. We still do that. Tell them what happened in Baltimore, bro.
Yeah, this guy's drunk. But Baltimore, there was some toy went over me and TD, and me, Remo BTV, what up?
Holla, Remo.
Me, Remo, Neo rolled up, and I took Pear is king of New York, no debate. Oh my God, yo, the internet's crazy. No disrespect to Pear, he's my man, but yo, he'll tell you he ain't the king of New York. He won't. He'll tell you he ain't the king of New York right now.
That's crazy to say.
Stupid shit. But anyway, we rolled up to Baltimore, and yo, I found the kid. First of all, I smoked all this shit, and while I was smoking his shit,
he fucking smoked him.
Yeah, yo, I took everything out in half a day, and then he called me. Or no, he DM'd me through Pear. Actually, Pear knew him, and
yeah.
So the kid called me and was like, yo, you know, I don't want you to do this, blah blah blah. And I was like, yo, have paint for me. And he was like, all right. So we rolled up on them. There was 3 of them, 3 of us. And yo, I never seen a kid so scared in his life, man. Like, yo, I don't want to say his name on here and give him no cheap fame, but at the end,
basically, SAVS was this close to smacking him, but there was an OG there, like some nigga who was what? He must have been in his 50s, right?
He was definitely 50.
Yeah, he was like 50 something. So, you know, At the end of the day, bro, we're grown ass man. We're not on that disrespectful shit. We're not little kids. If this shit happened maybe 10, 15 years ago, that kid would have gotten, his face would have gotten fucking smoked all over the floor. But out of respect for the OG and what he was saying to us, we didn't fuck him up. Now think about it. It's me, this nigga, and Remo. Like, I don't know if you know about Remo, but yo, we're all gangsters. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? But we have a level of respect. So that's the only reason why he didn't get fucked up. And like he said, the kid was terrified. So I'm just like, you know, I'm trying to record it because the shit is so fucking funny. SAVS is sunning him out, calling him a herb to his face. You know what I'm saying? It was just bad, bro. It was just a bad fucking scene, but it was funny as fuck.
Yeah, if it was like 10 years ago, I would have smacked him in his mouth. But, you know, I'm older, trying to be more, you know, more adult-like. More adult-like. But, yeah, you know, to get back, the internet shit is stupid. As I'm reading this shit on here, like, it's just dumb, man. Like, even we put out that movie, and then, like, on YouTube, you have people talking shit from private accounts, and, like, it's just dumb. You know, it makes it stupid. Everybody's got a voice. Everybody's able to talk shit, but they won't say their name. Like, yo, I'm on here right now. This is me. This is SAVS. If I said, oh, false paints too. I appreciate the people who are putting shit on here who actually are trying to, you know, talk facts, not talk fucking stupid nonsense, you know. But yeah, Terry does have those spots, but he does. Not the king of the
How long did it take for y'all to complete the whole 50?
7 years.
Yeah, but tell him why.
7 years. Wow.
But you want me to tell us? But Neil was locked up for some of that time. So when he was locked up, I took I went to other countries. That's how I got worldwide, because we made this pact that we were gonna do it together. So I might have popped off a couple of states here and there on my own, but I was mostly waiting for him to get out. So he did a 2-year bid, and then he did like a 6-month bid. So all in all, he was locked up for 3 of those 7 years. You know what I mean?
Wow. So then you 7 years goes by. I heard it was like a problem to get into Hawaii or some shit like that. Is that true?
Well, that's very true. Well, you know, we had finished pretty much all the states. We started finishing our whole plan. I think it was 2015, 2016. We decided we were going to go for it. You know what I mean? And there's some idiot on here. Never seen you in LA.
What?
Whatever.
Someone's running in LA right now.
I'm just not going to read this shit. But
Come on, bro.
Anyway.
This guy's crazy.
Shut up. What the hell was I saying? Throwing me off.
Hawaii.
Yeah, with Hawaii. So anyway, we went out. We painted most of the states. 2015, 2016, we decided that we were going to leave Hawaii for last. So we bombed everything. We caught up a couple states last year, and then Hawaii was the last one. But Hawaii, when coronavirus hit, that shit completely shut down. Completely shut down. So they wouldn't let nobody in. And then it finally opened in October. We had to get a test. It was crazy, man, to be honest with you. It was Hawaii, a nightmare to get in. So we got it done in October, right before the ending of the filming.
So now y'all do the movie and shit. Boom, y'all put the movie together. You put it out. Like, how did people receive it? Like you said that people was in the comments. Like, what was the, like? How did they get it?
Well, most people loved it. I mean, people were comparing that shit to Star Wars, to be honest with you. Which we all know Star Wars is a classic movie, you know what I mean? Like, that's probably the greatest graffiti movie of all time. As far as, you know, in the comments, I'm just saying, it's the haters always pop up. That's why everything I'm reading on your shit, I don't know. Can you see those same comments?
Yeah, I see. But I try not to look at it because I'm paying attention to y'all, you know?
Yeah. Now, you know what I'm doing? I'm looking at my stuff, and then I see these stupid comments on the left. Yo, Roach, what up? Roach is doing his thing, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
RG, baby.
Yeah, Roach is doing his thing. See, right there, great movie. Thank you. But yeah, I'd say like 95% of people gave us, you know, yo, shit was dope, it was fire. And then you got the other 5%. But my point of that 5% is it was mostly people from unnamed accounts that you couldn't even oh, them niggas is toys, this niggas is herbs, whatever. Like, you know, just the hater shit. So it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you're always gonna get that, man. You're always gonna get people talking shit. You're always gonna get niggas popping off, regardless of who you are. You could watch a fucking Jay-Z video and you're still gonna have people talking shit about Jay-Z. So at the end of the day, I take that with respect. You know, when it comes down to graffiti, you know, people, like I said on the comments, are like, oh, yeah, your niggas is toys, whatever. Your style is whack, like, blah, 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 blah.
Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
They can have their opinion, but you know what?
Fuck them.
I mean, I want to ask you a question. Who's your, in your opinion, who's the most known graffiti writer of all time? And
The most known?
graffiti writer of all time. Not the most up, not the most, just the most known. I mean, in your opinion, I'm just curious, because I have something to say about that. That's why I was going to go into my movie about it. Just give me a name. Or two names.
I would say Cope is one of them. He's known worldwide.
Okay.
Yup.
Cope is definitely one of them.
Well, who gave Cope his outline?
Cap.
He was bang. So Cap, in my opinion, is the most known graffiti writer of all time. And the reason I'm bringing that up,
He's up there, definitely. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, the reason I'm saying that is because,
Cap.
yeah, Cap, what up, man?
Nigga had Star. He was in Star Wars.
Yeah, facts. Is because, you know, with our movie, when we put that shit out, dudes were talking, oh, you're toys. Yo, listen, in Star Wars, everybody called Cap a toy too. So I'll take that with respect. You know what I mean? Call me a toy. If in 20, 30 years, I'm still one of the most known writers in the world, or, you know, then I'm good with that. And that's really all I got to say. That's why I kind of wanted to touch on that. Yeah, Neil, he's back.
Just touching on that respect thing, and I'm just going to get into the whole, like, just different things with graffiti, the piecing, the cutty spots, the bombing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own lane, you know what I'm saying? Like, our lane is obviously the bombing. And people are gonna have their opinion, and I you know what? I don't feed into the internet shit. I don't care. There's people that call me toy. There's people that call me whack. Why don't you piece more? There's people that call me legends. There's people that call me the GOAT. Oh, you're a king. This, that. So it's you know it's from both sides. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
But the point that I'm trying to make is what we do is the bombing. And you could talk shit about us. You could hate our style. You could call us fucking toys. But at the end of the day, you got to give us a fucking respect. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, just be respectful, because we respect everybody, bro. We don't go, when we travel, and that's another thing I wanted to get into. When we travel to other countries, to other states, we never go over anybody, bro. We don't feel like those people that, oh, yo, niggas' heads be so gassed, bro. So gassed. Like, yo, you hit your fucking neighborhood and you kinged your neighborhood. Okay, good. And you got 100 villains in a fucking 40 fucking block radius. What did you do? You understand? Like, why is your head so gassed? You know, and like Chad said earlier, not sucking our own dicks, but bro, I've hit every fucking major city in the whole United States. And like how my man TD is doing it, it's how I did it. I go to cities, I'm hitting tracks, I'm hitting highways, I'm hitting rooftops, I'm hitting the streets, I'm hitting downtown. I want to get 20, 30, 40 felons when I come through. My whole objective when I went on country was that when I come through a city, I want to make sure niggas know, like, yo, that nigga Neo came through. And not only did he come through, he came through like nobody else did. Nobody came through and did as much damage as that out of town.
Yeah.
That's a fact. But regardless of what anybody says, the hate, the love, whatever it is, y'all niggas is definitely cemented in the history forever. That's it. Y'all niggas did all 50 before everybody. Y'all put it out as a movie. No matter if they love it or they hate it, they gotta respect it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all we want to get down to. And at the end of the day, like, you know, like, that's what I'm getting at, bro. Like, the blueprint. You know, Jaws and Easy. That's the blueprint.
That's right.
We created the blueprint, bro. Like, we created the blueprint for all country. And no matter how many people do it from this point on, whether it's 2 guys, whether it's 100 guys, whether it's 1,000,000 guys, in the history of graffiti, it's always going to be SAVS and Neo did that shit first. And that's just the way it is.
Big up to my nigga Rack, Uncle Rack. You already know Team US, my nigga. I just hit up a few spots with Rack a few nights ago. We caught some fucking dope spots in Miami.
Yo, so when y'all in countries, you be racking paint? Is easy to rack paint?
Oh, nah, we not on that racking paint shit, man. We're gonna put that out there, bro. Yeah. We don't need to do that. So that's just an unnecessary risk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't rack paint.
Yeah, we don't rack paint. You know what I mean? So like, again, big shout out to Cobra. Cobra has gone out of their way and given me free paint for certain trips. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, that's why Cobra is all love over here, man. So, but for the most part, yeah, we don't rack the paint, man. We don't need to. That's an unnecessary risk that we don't take.
We've done other things in life that, you know, make us financially well off or better off than I'm not going to go into a Home Depot and throw $3 cans down my pants. I'm just
Yeah, but you did that in the 90s, though.
Oh, what are you crazy? What?
Of course,
no, in the 90s and the 2000s. Yo, listen, and a tip for everybody that's anytime going to try to go all city, you can't do it unless you leave the state and you push out carts. That's it. That's how me put in Jay's. Big shout out to my nigga Jay's. That's how we went all city, bro. We would travel. We drive to Virginia, Maryland, and just walk out with hundreds and hundreds of cans in fucking carts. You know what I'm saying? We used to do it in New York, but then it just got too hot in New York. So, but that's the way you got to do it. You want to go all city, you got to push carts. There's no really way around it. You need tons and tons and tons of paint, bro.
But yeah, no, we're above that now. I mean, and if you're still doing that, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, no, not at all. I don't knock it at all.
I'm just saying we don't do it. But anyway, ask me questions. I feel like we just be talking, you know, and taking over your interview here.
Nah, the people want to know. All right, so the movie is done. You put it out. So what's next? Like what's next? Yeah, like what's after that? Because it has to. You're gonna go all world eventually. Like
I mean, on the real, like I'm pretty much there. Like I'm not talking shit, but I've hit
This nigga talk mad shit, B.
I've been 73 countries, bro. You know, I've been everywhere, but right now, unfortunately, we can't go anywhere. We're stuck in America. Like, I don't know if you people realize this, but like, yo, we're in a big prison right now, and you can't fly anywhere. I mean, you can fly to a couple of countries here and there, but we can't go to Europe. We could go to some countries in South America, but not all of them. So most of the places that we go to, I've already been. You know what I mean?
How many times have you been arrested? How many times?
So, you know, I mean, really, I mean, I want to keep. That's right, the Bronx wins, but I want to keep talking. You know, about
Bronx always wins.
Somebody just put that shit up in there. But you know, much respect to everybody. You know, from New York. I mean, but yeah, my goal is really just I don't know, man. Hit every city I've ever been to. I guess
you niggas ain't in North Korea, and we never will be.
Nah, never that. I've been to South Korea though, so what's up, please, niggas? What you gotta say about that? And I'm talking to the people in the comments. But yeah, nah, I've been you know, I've been everywhere. Neo, he's been going different places too. You know, we're just gonna go where we can go. As far as graffiti goes, I mean, I don't really have any. I don't really care.
I do. All right, and I'm gonna put it out there. All right, I have a number of cities that I still gotta do, and you know, SAVS is right here. He'll tell you himself. Like he said, he's been to 70-something countries, bombed all of them, all 50 states. But at the end of the day, SAVS does not have as much ups as me in the United States. And I have a number of cities that I have listed that I haven't painted in the States that I'm going to be going to this year. And my goal for 2022 is to have the most ups in America. So I'm just putting that out there.
How do you know when somebody goes over you in one of the cities and shit? Like, if they do, you go back and you fix your shit.
We always go back, bro. I've flown across the country. Like, we always go back. I mean, you don't know every spot, but you know the good thing about the internet.
We got a lot of love out there, bro.
You do the real ones really fuck with you. They'll send you a pic like, yo, he went over you. Like, yo, this is your spot. And honestly, on the real, I'm not gonna throw names out there because it might make them feel weird. But we've had people fix our spots for us too. So that's love to anybody who's ever done that.
A lot of times that happens, straight up.
But you know? I don't think neither of us have ever actually had beef in a different city. You had it in Puerto Rico. I had it in New York, but New York is New York.
But
so
I had beef in Puerto Rico on some dumb shit. In 2014, me and Jay went there for the first time and we crushed it. Like, I mean, I'm not lying to you, my nigga. I think I did 50 fillings in a 24-hour period because we didn't stop. Like, I think we were up for like almost 2 days without stopping. Me and this nigga fit. So we went over a lot of outlines and a lot of tags with huge fucking monster fillings. And at the time, they had the dollar silvers at Home Depot. So we were buying them, and I was doing fucking walking out with carts in Puerto Rico of dollar silvers. So we had hundreds of cans, you know? And at the time, you know, me and Skate were working out. Like, yo, I was really fit. So we fucking smashed shit. We were there for like 3 days, did hundreds of fillings. And like a week later, we started getting fucking dissed by everybody. Like, and come to find out that these niggas was mad that we went over their outlines and tags. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? That's graffiti rules. Like, oh, that's not how we get down here, blah, blah, blah. So me and Skate got back on a plane the next week. And we fucking crushed everybody and fixed all our fillings. And
they brought me for backup though.
We brought SAVS the second time.
They were like, yo, SAVS, we got a problem. Please come with us. And I was like, I'll do that. It's true, though.
So whatever. So the second time is me, SAVS, Skate on the island. We're fucking crushing everything. Huge monster fillings. Daytime in front of cops. Like, the cops look at us, and I'm like, you know, like, dudes can go to people like, yo, the cops here are pussy, bro. So they see a nigga like me, and Skate's a big fucking dude too, bro. They just keep it moving, bro. They're not gonna fucking get out the car to fuck with us for graffiti. They're just not gonna. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. At the time, you know, we're on the internet and shit. So I'm putting shit out there. Skate's putting shit out there. SAVS putting shit out there. I'm like, yo, I'm on the island. I'm over here. I'm sending addresses to where I am. Anybody want smoke, come over here. Nobody would show up, bro. I swear to God, my nigga, nobody shows up. So I'm like, yo, you know what? I sent out an address, and I was bullshitting at the time, but it was like an address on the beach. And I said, yo, I just bought a condo on the beach. I'm living here now. Straight up. And nobody went over our shit again, bro. And all of a sudden things just changed. And now I'm loved in Puerto Rico, bro. People love it when I come through. And I go there every couple of years and smash. Big up to Puerto Rico, bro.
But yeah, I mean, to answer your question, this nigga is just talking. But we, yeah, we go back. We do. If we know about it, we go back for them spots, man. If we don't know about it, then there's just no way to fucking, you know, there's no way to ever know.
Most of the time we know.
But most of the time people will fix it. Some of the times people tell us. And like he said, he went back to Puerto Rico for that beef. I'm in and out of New York all the time. But when I had beef, I'm sure everybody on here from New York knows what's up, who I'm talking about. But I'm not going to get into that. But I was there. I'm in New York. I live in New York. So it's easy for me to, you know, come. Even though I'm on the road more than half the time, I'm still in New York at home, you know?
But niggas in New York be going over you? I don't be seeing niggas going over you.
Oh, no, they don't go with me. I go with them.
I get teachers all the time, bro. This shit is crazy.
Nah, I haven't been gone over in New York in years. I mean, I had beef recently, like, you know, this last year with yeah, these niggas don't. Whatever, with OJ and Skid. That was you know, that was some beef. They were the only ones who've gone over me in the last, I don't know, man, 5 years in New York. Unless it's a super toy who doesn't know anything. It's like, whatever. What are you gonna do? You take your spot back and you never see him up again. You know what I mean? But that does happen. But like as far as a real graffiti writer, like, nah, bro, nobody goes over me. I mean, never. I'm being real. Like you, that doesn't really happen, right?
No, people don't go over. Like I said earlier, I don't care if we go somewhere and there's the most toy shit on the fucking wall. Like, I'm not gonna go over it. It doesn't matter anywhere, New York, whatever. You know, we go back to New York. Every time I go back to New York, I see so much toy shit. I can't. I don't even understand half this shit.
Yeah.
You know, I can't even read some of it. Like, yo, why are you doing graffiti if people can't read this shit?
GNS. But yeah.
Word. I wanted to ask SAVS about the DS Don't Snitch crew. What that's your crew?
Yes, sir. That's my crew. Started in the 90s. And it's always been the same ever since, man. Don't snitch, bro. I mean, you know, there's some other meanings, you know, to it as well. Devil's Son, like Doom Soul. You know, at the end of the day, you know, don't sleep, but don't snitch is the one that I rock with, because this day and age, bro, there's a lot of snitches out there, man. And I don't know. I've done some other business, you know, on the street that, you know, if people were snitching, like, you could get killed for that. You know what I'm saying? So I keep it real in the street, man. Like, that's a fact. Like, I'm not talking shit. Like, I just always put it in my throwies when I can. You know, don't snitch.
Savage.
No, that's a Theme. What up, Theme? Theme KD. But yeah, you know, I keep it 100, man. Like, I don't fuck with snitches. If I know you're a snitch 100%, I just won't fuck with you. I mean, if you're one of my people, you snitch on me, there's gonna be a serious problem. But like, as far as my crew, I keep it that way, and I keep my crew tight, man. Like, my boys are on here, they're watching, I see them, and they're not all necessarily graffiti writers, you know? That's just what we rep. I got boys who got DS tattooed on them that never picked up a can in their life. But we're from the Bronx. You know, there's some other dudes that I've met, obviously, as time goes on, like in different boroughs. You know, we're just repping where we're from. I know you're from Brooklyn. We love Brooklyn, too. But at the end of the day, yeah, that's my crew. That's what we fuck with, man.
To touch on my crew, US, basically, like he said, you know, some of the boys that are DS, they don't even write graffiti. And for the most part, when me and a couple of my boys started US in Yonkers, it was really mostly like a neighborhood crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't all graffiti writers, but again, back in the 90s, it was like everybody had a tag, man. Even if you wasn't a graffiti writer, like, everybody got called by a tag. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of graffiti back then. But as we got older, you know, most niggas dropped the graffiti, and then some stay with it. But the crew still remained. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to touch up on that.
Let me ask y'all a question. Give me a list of like your top favorite throwies, because you know niggas like Ghost, and you know there's a lot of throwies. Some niggas that got hot throwies. Dude, give me a list. Like, give me like five each.
You know, growing up, you know, one of my favorite throwies was my boy Duel. Big shout out to Duel. He got a really dope, clean throwie. Ghost, obviously. Who else? Top three, I guess. You know, I could get into Colt, man. I'll give you top three.
Nice. What about you, SAVS?
Man, it's hard to say. Fuck, man. I've honestly, all my years of graffiti, all my interviews I've ever done, I've actually never been asked that question. What was my favorite throwie? Damn, man. You know what? I'm just gonna give one name, and this is no disrespect, and I guarantee you nobody on here probably ever heard of him, but he was from my neighborhood. He wrote Rare, R-A-R-E, and he used to do just the R's, bro. Like and it was lowercase. The shit was fire. That's really Jest and Ness. You know what I'm saying? Gotta throw them in there.
Obviously. Yes.
Jest and Ness.
Big shout out to the Ness.
Echo had a dope throwy. That's cool. Fuck, man. That's all I could think of off the top of my head. It's not saying that I didn't fuck with anybody else's story. I'd never been asked that question. I never been asked that question.
Nah, because throwies is the most, to me, one of the most important parts, because your shit gotta be legible. Just like you said, there's a lot of bullshit that you can't even fucking read.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why, honestly, like, people talk shit about my throwy. Like, yo, my shit is mad readable, bro. Like, you could be doing 100 miles an hour down the road, you're gonna see a SAVS, you know it's a SAVS, you know what I mean? Like, and that's, I guess Cope, too. He said Cope. That was one of them things. Oh, shout out to my boy Remo BTV, yo. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough question. But yeah, it's got to be legible for me. People doing characters, that shit to me ain't graffiti. I'll go over anybody's character. I don't give a fuck who it is, and I'm being straight up. Like, I'll go over you. It's I don't. Oh, that's this guy's character. I don't care if it doesn't say a tag. I don't give a fuck. To me, that's mural street art, and I have beef with mural street art. That's it. So I'll go over all of it. I'm being real. Fuck, I'll go over anything.
So if you see a flower painting, you're going over it, that's a spot?
What's that? I didn't hear you.
So if you see like a fucking flower painting or something, that's a spot.
Smoke. He's done. The only fake. Yo, the only fake.
off rip.
Smoke. The only fake I'll ever respect is Save.
Hell yeah.
Save from the 4 line. That's it. And I'm sure I'm probably forgetting one or two, but Save from the Bronx. When I was a kid, I used to see them faces and I knew what it was. But now this niggas doing cupcakes and flowers and pumpkins and yo, that shit is stupid.
Yeah, we don't really get down with all that, man. You know, you gotta put something together that we could read, and you know, there's a thin line right now, man, between that, you know, stupid art shit and graffiti, and people thinking that they're graffiti writers when they're going out and painting dumb shit, bro.
What up, Era? Ever?
You know, and I don't want to take a shot at anybody who goes out there and risks their freedom with a spray can to paint whatever they're painting, but like, come on, man, you know, like you making the game switch up on some dumb shit. Go get a throwy and go paint.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, even if the fucking pumpkin is all city, it's a spot.
Smoked.
Yo, I seen a video of y'all with bombing with Over, doing fillings with Over. I think in Florida.
Yeah.
That was recently.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, nice. That shit was dope. That shit, I seen you did the knee O with the O, and you did the over and shit with it, and then you did the reverse SAVS. Yeah, that was dope.
Real gay.
Yo, I never bombed another state. Yo, I never bombed another state.
Never ever? Come on, you never did a fill-in in New Jersey, Connecticut?
Maybe like tags in New Jersey, like, but never like did fill-ins in another state. Nah.
Really? Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Over petty gang, nigga.
But not. You know what's crazy? Like, we bomb New York. I hit Connecticut all the time, like New Jersey, like, you know, like, I'm surprised, bro. SR Vertical King, you never been outside of New York, huh?
Nah, man. I never even caught a tag in Puerto Rico. All the times I've been there, my nigga. That's crazy.
We're gonna come pick you up. We're gonna have to go somewhere.
Yo, son, that's why, like, the whole just you doing all 50 states, that shit is just so mind-blowing to me, because I'm just all New York, basically. You know what I mean? I never thought to go out to another state. You know, like in Videograph, I seen JA in fucking New Mexico and here and there, and we were like, oh shit, wow, that's crazy. But like, I never thought like to go and do that shit. It's like, you know, that's crazy to me.
JA was an inspiration to us too. Not because of the New York shit, but back when I was a kid, I had heard, I don't even know if this story is true. I personally never met Jay. But But I had heard that him and I think it was like one of his, you know, somebody else from Ecstasy Crew, whatever, that they jumped in a van and like drove cross country with like hundreds and hundreds of cans and just painted. And I was like, wow, that's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? So as we got older, like, I really thought that that was dope, you know? And then like, I always, since I was younger, I have lived in different, you know, lived in different states. I have always bounced around. I was on the West Coast. I was on, you know, Florida. I've been all around. You know, I have 4 houses right now, so they're in 4 different parts of the country. So I'm always somewhere else. You know, like you asked yesterday, yeah, that was Florida. That was us. We were in Miami. We're in Miami right now as we're sitting here. But tomorrow I'm bouncing. I'm going somewhere else. So traveling was always part of my life. You know what I mean? So the graffiti's always been part of my life. So it just kind of went hand in hand. But that JA shit, when I heard that story, was crazy to me. I just, at that time, it was nuts. So I understand what you're saying. And again, it's not to be like, oh my God, I did this. But yo, hitting 50 states is insane, bro. South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming, like, yo, places were just insane. Like this Iowa. Like I never thought I would ever go to Iowa, but I went to Iowa and painted that bitch. You know what I mean?
Did you ever catch a tag on a cow?
Nah. The craziest place we probably ever did was Alaska. That was pretty insane. You know, it was dope out there. But other than that, it was pretty much, you know, gates in all cities, or, you know, alleys, bridges, you know, same shit that you do everywhere else.
That's incredible, bro. That's fucking crazy. I've been to like maybe 10 states.
Yo, look at my dog, son. That's Bundle. That's Big Buns. That's my nigga.
Shout out to the dog.
Shout out to Bundle.
Yo, all right. So now it's like there's nowhere else to go for you then. Like you're just gonna keep going back and forth to the same and like cities that you didn't hit in other states that you already hit.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, for me, like I own a couple businesses. I do a couple things. You know, Neo does too. So like when he goes to these other cities, I'll go with him occasionally though, but not every time. Like for me, I feel like the mission is already complete and everything else is just icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? It's like we did what we had to do, and now I don't know. I chill every day. I chill on the beach here. I chill in San Diego. Like I'm really just like I'm retired really from life.
Yo, so is there any last things you want to say before you know, shout someone out? Do you niggas do sticker packs, canvases for all the fans? Plug your shit. Like what's going on?
Yeah. I don't know. You can see behind this. This is you know, again, everybody from New York has always done the you know, the city maps. So we got the country map in the back. You can see you got the Neo and the SAVS right there. So we're the first 2 who could ever do that. I mean, straight up, we're the first 2 who could ever say that. And we're gonna sell 50 of these. So we're gonna sell 50 maps for $50. Hit up my DM, Savzo_the_great, and then Neo Savzo the Great, nigga.
Who the hell is this guy?
And then you got Neo US Crew. So hit us both up. We can personalize them for you or whatever. We're only gonna do 50, obviously 1 for each state. That's kind of where we came up with the idea. So 50 for 50. And then, you know, just as far as shout outs go, man, I don't know, just all my people, just everybody who's doing graffiti, like anybody who's on here, who's showing love, like just keep showing love, man. Cause from our era, like it's a big thing to be like real, you know. Now you don't have to be real, you know. Beef gets squashed in 30 seconds. I don't know, man. I could go on for hours about this shit. You know, we appreciate you having us on here. But I don't know. I don't. Shout out to GNS. GNS. He was upset. GNS, my nigga. GNS. GNS. Don't fuck with us.
Make sure you shout him out again.
Yo, GNS. Nah, but yo, on the real, that's a real nigga right there, and he knows why. I don't want to get into it online, but he knows why. He's probably one of the realest dudes I've ever met. I had some smoke. We were cool. He jumped on my back, you know, to have my back, obviously, on some real loyalty man shit. So shout out to that nigga. Shout out to my crew, DS. Shout out to WF, World Famous, Bronx Cats. Shout out to BTC, G. Where you at? I don't see you on here. Roach, what up? But since Ren, TV1, you know, just basically like, I just want to leave off with saying we appreciate the love, man. We appreciate the love from everybody. Jaws and Easy, we followed your blueprint, and we're out here. We just did it on all 50, man. We just did it on a different level. And anybody who chases us and comes after us, we got nothing but love for you. But just respect who did it first, man.
You already know.
I'm out.
I'm gonna give a shout out to all my peoples out there, my crews. Give a shout out to KGK, the whole KGK crew, doing it for many years. Mr. Touch, Child, all y'all niggas. Don't do that. Want to shout out my nigga Menos that I shouted out before, and the FUH crew, been part of that crew for many, many years. YP, my nigga Jekyll. Give a shout out to give a shout out to the OG Pole, GU. He was also an inspiration to me when we were younger, man. My nigga Cypher, TMB, the TVT boys, Ness, Jest. Those are niggas that I was influenced too. That bombed the highways in the 90s. They kinged the fucking highways. If you remember that. Remember that?
Hell yeah, and they had the crisp throwies too. Just always Ness with the shadows coming off this fucking, yo, it was dope.
Crispy, bro. And yeah, like you said, man, they were my inspiration, man, because they did big, solid shit, man. And you know, when I came out there, and trying to hit the boroughs in the late 90s and early 2000s to try to be all city with my boys, I said, yo, that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna do huge fucking throwies, and they're gonna be solid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because at the time we linked up with KGK crew, and them niggas was just doing all small, dusty fillings, bro. So I used to have jokes on my niggas, bro. Who else I'm trying to remember out there? You know, my niggas BTB boys, Free OMAC, Free D17. My nigga Oval, you already know. Niggas don't know about Oval. Shit, you better find out, my nigga. VOP for life, my nigga. And that's pretty much it, man.
Free Scant.
Free Scant, man. Always got to give a shout out to Scant, man. A real nigga, man. He got done dirty in the system. Yeah, man. And, you know, hopefully these laws change up and hopefully he can come home a little sooner, man. Because that's a real nigga, and that nigga needs to be out here in the streets.
That's a fact.
I wouldn't be where I'm in life if it wasn't for him. So 30, he's doing 30 long, but he'll be out soon, hopefully.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, man. That's a whole another story, man. Me and Scan had beef, man, and when we became friends, man. He's a real nigga right there.
Yo, so I wanna thank both of y'all, bro, for your contributions in helping propel the culture and thinking bigger, because you know, you open niggas' minds, just like you said. Even if people come after you, it's all love, but they gotta respect who did it first. So of course, you know, you're gonna have everybody trying to do it now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all niggas set the wave and shit. So
you're gonna have some people trying to do it, and then, you know, people are gonna realize that it's not as easy as people think it is. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, but yo,
you gotta,
I said that was cemented in history.
A lot of people don't take the financing that goes behind this and the time that you got to take away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually have a family, so I got to be balancing shit out. This nigga's been retired, so
yeah, it's a
little easier for him.
It does take a lot of money, bro. I mean, that's the main thing. Money. There was a couple people, you know, I was trying to read the comments and I was not reading because I was getting annoyed. But, you know, some people were asking about, like, arrests and shit like that. Like, yo, thank God, no, we've had no arrests in the country except New York, ironically, and then in Mexico. But besides that, we've been all good. We're good lookouts. That's what makes a good team. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. If you don't mind, you got 2 more minutes. I just want to get into that. Like,
sure, for sure.
I just think it's important, like with any graffiti writer who's going to see this, that it's more important to have a partner that you trust, bro. Like somebody you're out there with. I'm not saying no. I'm being real.
SAVS for governor. Big shout out to Trev.
But I'm saying, like, it's really important, bro, for people to fucking have a good partner that you trust in them streets, man. It's like, I don't know. Like,
Yo, I trust this nigga, man.
no, we trust each other. We trust each other.
This is my fucking brother, man. We always tell each other. We always tell people it's more than fucking graffiti, bro.
Yeah.
Like I put my trust and my life on this man right here, bro. Straight up. Like it's like you gotta have a good teammate to make this shit work, bro.
To make any graffiti team work. Like, you know, we're going back to Jaws and Easy. Like, you know, Jaws is dead, obviously, but I'm sure if he was still alive, God rest his soul, they would tell you how they linked and they just had that bond, you know? Just and Ness, like,
big shout out, Skates. I've seen that.
Huge, like, bond together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you don't have a partner, you just, I don't know, Trinket and Q, J.A. and fucking, you know, who the fuck did J.A. and Set, who he used to bomb with back in the day, big time, and you know, JD and all them guys.
Yeah, man.
So you gotta have a good partner, or at least a good crew that you fuck with at least 80-90% of the time. You could meet new people and paint with new people, but for me, I personally don't like to do that because you see they're not really, they're not looking out. They're not.
You can't put your freedom like just on anybody's hands. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times he'd rather compete with people. I'm so confident of a lookout, and yo, people ask the question a lot. I kept seeing it. Have we ever gotten arrested? Shit, I've gotten arrested for graffiti shitloads of times, especially when I was trying to go all city, because I just used to get arrested and not care. You know, in the Bronx and the boroughs and shit.
Most of my arrests are in New York too. That's crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, for the most part, most of my graffiti arrests were in New York. You know, I got caught by the Vandal Squad in 2003. They put me through the system, so that was like 7-8 arrests in a row. You know, but throughout the whole country trip, yo, knock on wood, man, we did real good, man. I did get arrested in St. Louis.
You wasn't with me.
I wasn't with him, and off story, bro. I actually got lucky, man, because it was a couple months before that dude Mike Brown got killed, and I ran, and I shouldn't have ran, and I got fucking tasered by the cops, bro. The only reason I got arrested is because the cop was like, "You shouldn't have ran." Now I tasered you, and I gotta bring you in for the paperwork. But I was in there for 6 hours. They let me go, and they were like, "Yo, don't worry about it." Basically, like a non-arrest. That was it.
Well, at least you gotta let go.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so that's really it. I was just saying, like, a good partner is something good to have, someone you trust. Like, some people I know, they paint with anybody. I don't do that. Like, you know, Dreff is on here fucking around. There's some people fucking around. They know I don't meet random people, bro. Like, I just don't. Me personally, that's why I'm masked up. Like, I'm even mad I don't have gloves on. Like, you can see me walking down the street, like, you won't never know it's me. You see this guy, you know it's him, you know? But
nobody pulling up on me anyway, so.
But at the end of the day, you know, we all good, man. So any other questions or you going to smoke?
No, that's it. That's the end and shit. Like, that was the end. But I just wanted to, like, say again, salute y'all, because y'all contributed to the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this show is all about, to give niggas flowers while they still here. You know what I'm saying? And y'all niggas definitely are an inspiration on a higher fucking level. So
yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's what we went for, bro. It's all about the love.
Always, bro. And like I said, hit SAVS or Neo on the DM. They're doing the 50 maps, the 50 for 50, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You already know. I mean, we're not doing it for the money, obviously. We're gonna do this. These should cost like fucking $15. We just charge you $50. It's just for people who want to collect. We got a lot of fans who are collectors and appreciate what we're doing and constantly buy our art. I definitely want to shout y'all out, you know. And at the end of the day, like I said, we don't do this for the money. We do it for the love of the culture and for the collectors. I collect pins. I collect maps. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of the culture. I support the cause for everybody. And anybody out there who could say different is lying.
Yeah. But yeah, 50 for 50, bro. You know what I'm saying? One for each state. And if you want to personalize, we could do it to you too. But I never do canvases. I never do maps. I just don't do shit like that. But this is a different situation. So we'll send them out. Probably send a couple to the culture queens, Astoria, and let my men handle those. And you know, it's all love, man. We appreciate you having us on here. All all the haters, go fuck yourself. Everybody else, we love you. That's it.
We still got a handful of the movies left. There's people still buying them, even though it's free on YouTube. But like I said, it's for the collectors. We got about probably eight copies. We got 8 copies left. So just hit up SAVS DM or my DM for the movies. We got 8 left.
And we'll sign them for you, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Just hit up the DM. We'll sign them for you. We'll throw some stickers in there. But after this 8, we're never making them again. So.
And it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Just Google SAVS and Neo, and that shit'll come right up, man. So you could if you haven't seen it, which I'm sure most people have, but if you haven't, take a look. And then if you don't, you know what I'm saying, everybody on here I'm sure follows us. Give us a follow. It's pretty interesting because we still travel, we still paint pretty much.
Just everybody
on the regular.
keep your eyes open. We actually going bombing tonight. I'm probably gonna go on my live, have fun out there. We gonna paint a little playground tonight, so just stay tuned for later. You heard? You already know. You heard?
Yo, thank you, bro. That's Graph Champs episode 6, boy, with the all country boys, the all world boys. Anyway, Neo and SAVS, baby. Thank you, bro. Salute.
All right, man. Be safe.
Yo, have a good night, bro. It was a pleasure. Thank you for having us, bro.
Salute, baby. That was Neo and SAVS, baby. Now, how do I cut this off? I couldn't cut it off the last time. Let me see. Why am I not getting the icons no more? I don't understand. Where's the, it's supposed to have the cross right here, right? I don't understand. Let me see. No. There it is, yo. Graph Champs, episode 6. That was Neo and SAVS, baby. Yo, KED in the fucking house, baby, all day. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Thank you. Yo, where's my nigga? Hold on. Yo, what's good, Neek? What's good, A1s? What's good, Dreff? Yo, Diablo. What's up? Let me put, yo, Diablo, spit some bars real quick. Hold up. Yo.
What up, King? Was good?
Salute, baby. Dios Diablo. What's good?
The Guard General. You already know what it is, bro.
What's cracking? What you doing? You heard the interviews?
Nah, the niggas. I never heard of nobody doing no shit like that. That shit was pretty. I ain't no graph head. Like, I grew up, I see shit, but for niggas to go state to state, niggas don't go state to state to visit, to vacation. These niggas is hitting right in and spending bread. Like, that's amazing, my nigga. Like,
retarded, right?
so the nigga said, he said, yo, I don't want to disrespect nobody. Niggas don't even leave the hood. I was like, oh shit, kick a nigga in the chest. But listen, them niggas look like they got bread. He said he got 4 homes in 4 different states. Salute that nigga, son. Fez, what up,
God bless. That's what it is. It's all love over here.
I get wild love from Graph. Like, after I started fucking with you, son, all your mans, they show me wild love. Yeah, I love them more. I try to show them more love, man. These niggas really show love, man.
Yeah, man, we our own, you know what I'm saying? We our own community and shit. We spread, we all about love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what's good? You working on some music? What you doing?
You know I always got music, baby. I'm about to drop this shit called the D Mix. It's for free. I'm gonna give it away. I'm gonna give it to Straight. Let Straight do what he want with it. But years ago when I started rapping, I used to take like all the pop and R&B songs, and I would remix them. Like I would just find a part of the beat that I could loop it, and I would throw a verse on it, and it would sound like I was on track with them. And I wanted when I started rapping, I just wanted to rap for the bitches. I didn't want to rap for niggas. I was like, yo, I want to rap where the girls go out, and I didn't want to rap for like, I know a lot of niggas, they want to rap, and I don't want a bunch of niggas, sweaty niggas in the club. I wanted to have the sexy women rocking on my shit, you know what I mean? But niggas like, yo, we gotta do them gun bars. So I kind of did that, and it got stuck. But I always on the side, I did my thing. I got a couple of I just actually did a song with I don't know if you heard it, that girl Slap.
Nah, who's that?
She knew, she just came to Straight 16, and we did the she could sing. She's from the UK. Amazing.
What's her name again?
Huh?
What's her name again?
That girl Slap.
Nah, I didn't.
She did. Yo, shout out to Straight 16. You know what I mean? Like she was on Straight 16. I'll play this shit if you want to hear it.
Put it on.
Let me find it. But she's a young, beautiful, talented woman, bro. And we did the she heard my shit and she was like, yo, I was like, yo, we gotta do something. Let's do it. And she did it. And then it was something quick, you know, it's a song that's out, but I'll let you hear it. Here you go.
If I were your girl, baby, you would never worry about what I do. I'll be coming home back to you every night, treating you right. The man serves good things, dress full of diamonds, I'm full of rain. Baby, you're a star, and I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Baby, girl, don't have protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me
Once I admire how you give it up. Take you out on shop the streets, girl, I'll let you live it up. You think it's fuck the type I marry, have a kid with. Introduce you to mother, movie with it, I can work fast. Let's build a family, grow together, we can buy a house, start a businesses. Lease the whip so we can buy a mom, vacation. Spending every weekend by the shore, we can travel around the world, girl, and we can fly abroad. I vow to love you to the death of me. You a dream that's made up. Girl, you are my destiny. I cherish you with every breath of me. I swear to promise you the best and nothing less than me. So let me trust you, girl. And let me dig you, let me touch you, girl. Cause on the real, I wanna crush you, girl. But most of all, let me live you, let me love you, girl.
Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Baby girl, don't have protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me love you, love you, love you, love you. Oh.
Yeah, shout out to Jelly Donut. She wow. Jelly Donut actually linked us, man. But yeah, we working, and I got a whole second album that's still destined for greatness. But I'm a whole lot on that. I think what I'm gonna do now. I was talking to Full Blast. Shout out to Full Blast the King. He was like, yo, you need to press up the CD. So I think I'm gonna re-release the project. I'm gonna put like maybe 4 or 5 more songs on it. And I'm gonna try to do it, you know, bigger than I did. Yo, I sold my CD for $50 a piece, and I was able to sell 65 copies. So if you go for streams, you get for every 3 streams you get a penny. So I would have 1 million streams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that album, I'd just be playing it and playing it and playing it. That was the first album I ever put on any song on any phone.
Yo, I appreciate it when we was talking yesterday. You was like, yo, I like when you said this. I like when you said that. A lot of people say they rock with you, right? But I don't know, like when you tell me and you was spitting the balls, you was like, yo, on this song, you said this. And on that song, you said that. I was like, yo, niggas is listening. I appreciate that. Yo, that means a lot, man. Like, people don't realize, like, that's serious. Like, I sit down, I try to pen something, you know what I mean? Like, so for somebody to take their time and listen, that's like the biggest accomplishment. Like, how can I say it? Is honor. It's the honor, bro. It was like when I first came to Straight 16, and you gave me 2 flames, nigga. I'm never gonna let you go for that. 2 flames. I said, nah. You know what? When you respect somebody, it means something. If I didn't respect you, I would have said, man, go fuck yourself and keep it pushing. I said, nah. And I went and I said, nah, SR, listen, you got to tell me why you gave me 2 flames, nigga. Like, keep it a bug with me. Like, tell me what I did wrong. And you know what? We built from there, bro. You my brother. I got wild love for you, my nigga. Like, really, I really do. I appreciate you, man. You did a lot for me. Straight 16, like, there's a lot of heavy hitters over there, man. Yo, you got a beautiful platform, man. I seen today was not even your day. Damn, what up, baby? And you it's 75. A lot of people didn't even know you was going live today, bro. To keep it a buck.
Yeah, I know it was because it's my anniversary weekend, so I gotta take wifey out tomorrow, you know. Yeah. And plus, it's the Raekwon and Ghostface verses, so a lot of people are gonna watch that.
That was today?
No, it's tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. But yo, you hit. It was. I'm sure you probably had 200-300 people in here, but at one time you was at like 75. Man, that's.
Yo, but did you hear in the beginning? Your man got on, and he and I thought it was.
That's what I was trying to tell you. That's not SAVS. And you was like, yo, so when do you start graffiti? And I was like, yo. You know what it was? I shared the live for everybody to pull up. I wanted everybody to pull up. And so I was like, oh my God. And you was like, so yo, when do you start doing graffiti? And I'm like, yo, S, that's not him. And he was like, no, I don't really do graffiti. And you was like, yo, I'll get this nigga off of here. But yo, my bad. But he a cool nigga, but yo.
Nah, salute to him. It was my mistake.
When you pulled him up, I said, nah, SR, he think homeboy. And you was looking at him, you was like, this nigga don't got a mask on? Like, I see you looking at him, I said, yo, that's what I was saying, yo. I was like, yo, S, that's not him. That's not the guy you're looking for. But he got off. I mean, but I appreciate you for not just telling that nigga, like, yo, get the fuck out of here. You ain't him, you know? But
nah, but you heard the stats and shit, like from all the countries that was listening on the app.
Yo, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing, my nigga. From a kid from out of Brooklyn, my nigga, you're doing impressive things. Like, do you realize how small New York City is? Never mind Brooklyn, my nigga. New York City, do you realize how small New York City is compared to
SAVS and Neo just let me know how small it is. They fucking hit every fucking state and mad countries, nigga.
Yeah, it's amazing, bro. But even Puerto Rico, like he said, is a Commonwealth. Puerto Rico is the size of Manhattan, my nigga. And look at those 2 dudes in Puerto Rican, like, it's just amazing when you see stuff like that. Like, for Puerto Rico being such a small place, we everywhere, my nigga. Like, there's nowhere you can't go that you won't spin there that you gonna hit a Puerto Rican. You know how amazing that is, bro? Like, Puerto Rico is the size of Manhattan. And we fucking worldwide, nigga. Like, so it's amazing what you do, bro. It's just like, and it's only gonna go up. It's on. Yo, I see when you go live in like 2-3 minutes, it'd be 90 people in your live. And I'd be like, yo, this nigga SR, you know what it is? You show niggas wild love and niggas love you, man. You gotta, like you said, you gotta give niggas their flowers while they're alive, bro. And I appreciate you for real, bro. You know what I mean?
Nah, thank you. But just on the rap tip, my nigga, who's your top 5 rappers of all time?
As far as
your favorites. Your top 5 favorite niggas.
Well, you talk about niggas that's on or niggas that I know?
Yeah. Niggas that's on.
All right. I'm gonna say like this, right? I'm from a different era. I know y'all say like, but me is Big, Jay-Z, Nas, 50 Cent, and I put Jadakiss and Fab as 5, 5 and 6. But I keep them along, them for me, those are the greats.
That's a dope one. That's a dope one. My nigga. So listen, my nigga right here, Dios Diablo, got the fucking Destined for Greatness album. You already know. Hit the nigga up, Dios Diablo, on IG, basically. So yo, I'm gonna pull this nigga up and shit. Yo, Diablo, thank you for pulling up, my nigga.
It's all love. I appreciate you, bro.
Authority all day, baby.
Yeah, the authority, you already know. I'm here.
This nigga got the first super group. He got the first super group that can't be touched, my nigga.
Bro, it's about 20 more niggas coming. It's coming. The book's opened up. But yo, I'm gonna stay on with you till you off, brother. I'm here.
Salute, baby.
Peace.
Fuck. Alright. That was Dios Diablo. Follow my nigga Dios Diablo. I'm gonna see if my nigga Roach. Okay. Hold on. Salute everybody.
What are you looking for?
Huh? I was looking for ESF. Alright. Yo, that was Graph Champs. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Hold up. How do I? Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yo, Ash, what up, boy?
You
ready?
got Roach RGM, baby.
You're ready. Yo, I was hitting you, my nigga. See if I pull up that way. See if
What to swing through? You swinging through?
Yeah.
And shit. Yeah, holla at me. Just you don't got my number.
I could pull up in like a half hour if that's not too long.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm gonna pull up then.
I won't. Nigga Roach. Yo, gonna be. What it is, Comb. Graph Champs. Yo, that was episode 6 of Graph Champs, baby. I'm SR MBK, the King Squirticle. The next 2 shows is gonna be retarded. Salute to Neo and SAVS. Salute to all my past guests. Always a special salute to G Stack and Sense that started the ride with me. Drink Champs, baby, nothing but kings. Yo, salute to everybody that tuned in. Salute to everybody in all the countries that are listening. All the ones that I mentioned, thank you for listening, and stay tuned. In 2 weeks is the next show. 1.